Hello everyone and welcome to my extra spooky lore series as we cover the ghosts from Phasmophobia. As of the making of this video, there are 24 different ghosts, each with their own unique abilities for us to cover, and at the end we're going to be ranking how accurate they are to the actual lore of the spirit. And we're going to be starting out with the Poltergeist, who acts like your younger sibling and flings things at you when they get upset. Poltergeist is a word from German origin, poltern meaning to move, and then geist meaning spirit or ghost. Poltergeists are defined by their violent and physical disturbances. This includes, but is not limited to, knocking, banging, and loud thuds, objects being moved or thrown, and finally bites, scratches, or bruises. That is to say, this is a very angsty ghost who struggles to control their emotions. To go along with this, a notable trait of theirs is that they like to connect to one specific person, notably females going through emotional turmoil. They start off by manifesting small and then they'll grow over time. An example of this escalation is going from items being dropped to waking up with scratches or bite marks on your body. And now, my dear viewers, let me share with you one of the world's most famous poltergeist haunting stories in history. The Enfield poltergeist is an alleged haunting that happened between 1977 and 1979 in Enfield, North London. The victims of this haunting are Peggy Hodgson and her 4 children, particularly her 11-year-old Janet and her 13-year-old Margaret. There are multiple paranormal key events happening during this time, such as furniture being moved on its own and knocking and banging through the walls. Janet was supposedly channeling a ghost named Bill Wilkins, who claimed to have died in the house. There's even supposedly a levitation photo of Janet being photographed floating in the air. Overall, the activity was most intense around Janet, supporting the theory of the psychological link. Famous paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren briefly visited and declared it a genuine haunting. Many skeptics, including journalists and scientists, claimed that the girls faked some of their experiences, and it would later be heavily dramatized in The Conjuring 2. So why is this story so important? Because it's a cornerstone case in ghost lore. The sheer volume of eyewitnesses, media coverage, and audio and visual recordings brought it into a whole new light. To this day, it's often cited in debates between skeptics and paranormal believers. And so, let's talk about what the poltergeist does in-game. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, it's known for throwing multiple items at once. Each object that the poltergeist throws will drain 2% of your sanity. During hunts, they'll throw objects extremely rapidly every half a second. The frequent ghost activity can make it fairly easy to identify. I think the biggest link between the lore version of Poltergeist and the Phasmophobia interpretation is their focus on their interaction with the physical environment. In Phasmophobia, the poltergeists have no particular link to people or no escalation, they sort of just there suddenly. For my final lore accuracy rating, I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. It nails the noisy and chaotic behavior, but lacks the focus on a specific individual. Well, that's gonna wrap up this lore video. I'll catch y'all next time. Have a good night, everyone.